the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Lacey Swope.
What a great game. Brady Manick from Hera played fantastic. It's just heartbreaking that someone has to lose.
It comes down to two.
And it went down to the wire. They had like 3 seconds left and had a chance to make it.
It was a wild tournament, the entire thing.
Yeah.
Madness, pure madness. Pure madness. Guys, now we're starting off on your Tuesday morning after the rain and thunderstorms we were tracking yesterday. We've got some fog, and it's due to the rain. All the rain we had, adding all that moisture to the low levels, and the winds just light enough. The fog literally sets up on the surface. And that's what we're seeing across the metro. So you'll notice that. Let me show you where it's the most dense on the map. Use caution this morning. Hannah, of course, has her traffic updates. You're going to be impacted by this up in Tulsa, along I-40 to the east, and especially up and down I-35, and even back along I-40 into western Oklahoma. So up to Guthrie, a quarter-mile visibility. At times in the metro, down to about a half mile. The densest fog is right along Highway 81 from El Reno to Union City, down to Amber, and then from Wayne to Paola, back down to Purdy, also just north of Cache, and then back to Elk City. That's where we've got some patches, and it's the kind of fog that you kind of drive into a low-lying area. It's dense. You'll drive out of it pretty quickly. Winds aren't calm this morning, which means the fog's kind of it's mixing out some at times, which is a good thing. Visibility, though, being impacted by the fog until about 9:30 this morning, and then it's out of here, and winds pick up. Here's how much rain we picked up out of that system, just added on over the past 24 hours. 2 to 3 inches in southern Oklahoma. There are places in the southeast, 2 to 3 as well. Officially at Will Rogers, 0.21. And if you take in Sunday night's rain as well, there were areas from Purcell all the way back down to Winnett and Seminole that had 2 to 4 to 5 inches of rain. That's why flash flood warnings were in effect yesterday in that area. Of course, northern and western Oklahoma, you missed out on that storm system and you desperately need the rain. I hear you. Here goes the storm system from yesterday. Right now, the fog is here. The winds pick up as this next cold front approaches. You will feel and hear that wind overnight tonight. Temperatures are currently in the 50s. Winds, they're at about 10 to 15. Again, not completely calm. They're stronger in the northwest. That's why you don't have any fog. And your hour-by-hour forecast today from the 50s to the 60s to the 70s and eventually the 80s later this afternoon. We are going to warm it up. Once the fog is gone, temperatures will spike. So back up to the 80s after a day in the 50s. It's going to feel very warm today. In fact, hot in western Oklahoma. And the cold front approaches heading into the overnight hours, and then it really cools us down for several days. See the storm system coming into Montana, that swirl right there? That's going to come down and really impact a huge chunk of the United States with cool, kind of below normal temperatures and a lot of wind. And then the next system behind that one's bringing severe weather the way it looks. So let me show you the pattern. What I've done is I've put the upper level energy on the map along with the Gulf moisture. So what's going to happen is this storm system that I just showed you over Montana comes in, cools us down, really knocks the Gulf moisture way back down to the southeast, cranks up our wind for several days. It kind of loses its grip late Friday. That means Saturday into Sunday, south winds. Here comes the moisture again, and that sets the stage for a very rocky road Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. We'll have 3 days we have to watch for a severe weather setup, powerful storm to the west, and that looks like a classic April pattern as we head into the start of next week. So that's where we're headed. I mentioned the wind. Today, southwest winds not out of control. Tonight, here's midnight, 40, 50, may have some gusts to 60 miles per hour out of the north. Tomorrow will be breezy as well with a north wind. So temperatures drop to the 40s tonight, not exceptionally cold, and we may get a shower or thunderstorm along the front in northern Oklahoma. Better chance will be to the east of Oklahoma City, eastern Oklahoma. Rain looks likely tonight along that boundary, and then we'll feel the effects of it. Hang on tight because it's a wild ride. 80s today, 60s tomorrow, but it will feel so much cooler. And with that wind around, we're windy for the next several days, and the fire danger goes up as we start next week. I mentioned that system approaching. Dry line sets up to the west. Powerful storm. Gulf moisture is here. Getting into the fine details, it's still too early, but it does look like severe weather is here to start next week. So from 80s to 60s, your weekend looks gorgeous, guys. Another fantastic weekend on the way. Back to you.